I'll tell you a story of a man who was very fervent in church, very committed to the things of God, very committed to service. Everyone knew him. The pastor knew him. And one day, he didn't come to church. Pastor was wondering. Pastor called him. He gave a reason why not. That's how he started declining. That's how he started declining. The next thing, he stopped coming to church completely. And the pastor went to visit him unannounced. And when the pastor got to his house, he opened the door and he didn't have option, so he had to allow the pastor in. And it was winter. When the pastor got there, he saw him sitting by the fire. And the pastor took one of there's this stuff that makes the fire to sparkle. I can't remember what it's called. And the pastor picked one of it, attached it to a wood, and put it on the fire. And it began to burn. It began to burn. All this while they've not communicated apart from greeting. Put it back in the fire. It kept burning. And after a while, the pastor took it out. And the fire on the wood began to go down. It began to go down. It began to go down until it went off completely. And the pastor stood up and said, "Bro, I beg to take my leave." And the brother said, "Pastor, I understand your message. Well received. I'm coming back to church." What was the message? He didn't have to talk. When you neglect the gathering of believers, when you begin to associate with people who tells you it doesn't matter, that God will forgive you, when you keep meddling with people who make you feel like you are doing too much for this God, look at people that are not doing enough, look at the result they're having, and you begin to decline. When you associate and listen to things that will not edify your spirit, when you begin to move your leg to dance steps to music that does not glorify God, they say na clap, they say they enter dance. You just started. It starts with you shaking your leg. The next thing, you shake your shoulders and your head is following your shoulder. The next thing, you take steps. Oh, you didn't know you started dancing. You didn't know. You wouldn't know. We must retrace our steps. We must understand the place where we need to arise. You need to shine.